everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I want to segue away from what I talked about last week because I don't want it to be misconstrued that I was so unhappy when I was young, because I was not. And I don't want it to be misconstrued that you only get trauma for growing up in a low socioeconomic state, because you do not. And I actually grew up very happy, and even though I was lacking sometimes financially, I was abundant in everything else. Just explain how I actually would not change my upbringing at all, for the most part, because I think it was beneficial to me. The number one reason why I think growing up broke was beneficial is because I am resourceful AF. You have to. When you have nothing, you make something out of nothing. It's improv. Like comedy, improv, for real, in that life of you don't have it, you gonna make it happen, right? So if I have $1, I have this innate ability. If I have $1, baby, I can stretch it literally to get $5 worth of things. Not a talent that I'm proud of, but I have it if I need it. I don't use it as overtly as I used to. I learned it from my mom. She's amazing, but it's still there if I need to. Nowadays, I would say it shows up more so in like how I shop. There are different levels of grocery stores, for instance. I don't shop at the most expensive one. I shop at the middle of the grade one where I get the same things. But overall, I'm spending less money. I'm more conservative with my money. It allows me to better my financial situation in the long run. So things like that. I'm a sales shopper. For vanity or retail, I usually do that buying Memorial Day, Labor Day, Boxing Day, Black Friday. Other than that, you won't really see me in the store. So you're resourceful because you got to get where you can. You got to get it when you can, and it helps you develop, me at least, and I would say I've seen it in cohorts of mine who also do the same way. You have a certain grit. Like if there's a roadblock in the road, people who grow up without know how to get over that roadblock, around it, or beat through that thing like real quick. Versus someone who's never had to push against any resistance in their life. That life skill is not there, and they have to learn it at whatever point they're first reaching resistance. Versus when you're a poor kid, baby, you know resistance from little bits, like you're in the single digits. So yeah, I would say that is the first thing that it has taught me. I would also say the second thing is that I have a good work ethic, because in America, at least, and a plurality of countries in the world, if you have a good work ethic, that means you get a good job, you'll be considered a good employee, you'll have the job for longer. If you have a job for longer and you have money coming in, you have a chance of bettering your status. Not always the case, but you have a chance. And in America, at least, you do have that. So a lot of poor kids are told, you got to go to college to get a better job, so then life will be easier. That work ethic has definitely got me out of the lower socioeconomic status. Not that I'm not much high, because I'm not, but I'm saying I'm not where I used to be. And even to this day, I still get complimented on my work ethic, and I'm very proud of that. It makes me feel like I'm still doing good things in the world. I'm not asking for it because I'm not someone who looks for compliments at all. But the other day, my boss was like, I appreciate you, and I see you. He was like, I see you, I don't get any headaches from you, and I appreciate that I don't get any headaches from you. And I'm like, anytime, that's what I'm here for. And I have been practicing this skill set since my first job was 15, off and on. So when I'm 36 now, wait, that's 20 years of work ethic. Yeah. So I definitely learned that, and I don't know if I would have learned that as a rich person. Probably not. Maybe middle class, but definitely not rich. The next thing I would say is that I'm appreciative, and I don't waste things in life. And that comes from when you don't have, when you finally get, you become so appreciative that you have, and you take care of things. You take care of things to either grow, or you take care of things so they last longer. And once I buy things, I keep them till they die. And they only die because it was just time for them to die. It wasn't because I didn't care for them. My TV is only probably worth $30, but it's a big screen TV from 2009. I bought a car that year. I would still have that car now if it wasn't totaled. I had to get another car. I'm trying to keep that car literally at least 13 more years, because I just know that there are people who don't have the things that I have, and I just think it's messed up if I waste it, because they would be so appreciative of it. So it's kind of like stewarding life or something. Just be appreciative of what you have and don't waste things, because that's just disrespectful, in my opinion. The next thing I would say is that growing up broke, I learned that if you tend to just be broke, it doesn't make you a bad person. I would say that the best people I know don't have money, but they work hard. but they don't have money, and they've had a lifetime of working hard. So it really burns my biscuits when people say if you work hard, you'll get money. And it's like, that is not true, because there are other things that come into play where you will make the money, but that money leaves for reasons out of your control. Because a lot of times when people are poor, they're not just helping themselves, they're helping their family members. And when you're helping other people, you don't have time to help yourself. I see this a lot with women, especially older women, the caretakers of families. They spend their whole lives taking care of people. And then they get to their golden years and they have nothing. And nothing burns my biscuit more, because I'm partial to women who take care of their families and have nothing. I just really am. And also, if you're an immigrant, so imagine if you're a woman immigrant, double whammy, you just double screwed. But nonetheless, like, immigrants come and they work hard and hard and hard, but they don't know this country as much. And it's really hard when you just are just how to learn. It's really hard to learn how to maneuver your money when you're just trying to take it day by day to make sure your kids are safe, they're fed, they are going to school, they're learning, your husband, your wife. It's just a lot. So things fall by the wayside, and you blink, you're 30 years older, and you don't have anything to say for it, and you still got to work as hard as you do. And I just think there's a stigma in being poor, and I understand that's never going to go away, but it really shouldn't be stigmatized, because there's no shame in being poor if, first, you were born into it, second, you tried, and it's just, you haven't been able to get yourself out. And then the last one is that money is currency. Nothing more, nothing less. Money does not buy you happiness. I do agree, but it does allow you to relax in life, and that's where the happiness comes from. The best things are free. I agree, but since the currency is going from one person to the other, even if you're investing it, it's going from one person to the other, and you have a gain or a loss, and you keep moving, but it's moving. And whenever things are moving, it's a currency. And currency, for example, in water, like a dam, that's where you get power. That's how we get our electricity in a lot of places in the country. So that's why it's true. Money is power, because it gives you the power to be able to elect better things for yourself in life. And that's where the happiness comes from. However, once you have it, I wouldn't say your problems go away. It doesn't. And I actually have a fear of being too rich, because other things, rich people have a whole set of problems that I don't want. So I got to be careful with that as well, though, because is that coming from a scarcity mindset? I don't know. When I get a therapist, I will look into it with them. However, money is nothing more, nothing less than currency, and it shouldn't be the end all be all in life. Other things in life make up what your life is. So I say all this to say that these skill sets and these knowledge points that I have gained, that I think a lot of people gain from when they are lower socioeconomic status beginning in life, they allow you, if you wanted to help you see that there is a pathway to getting out of it and getting to wealth. It only works, though, if you're conservative with your money. But being conservative with your money and making sure all 10 of the dollars that you receive, you don't just give 10 of it back out. You keep some for yourself to do whatever you need to do, to save, to invest. That conservative mindset with money, in addition to having a good work ethic, in addition to being resourceful AF, in addition to not judging people and looking down on them because they have less or more than you. I think that all helps to make you, if you want, be better off in life. I definitely wouldn't trade how I grew up and my situation, because I feel like those life lessons are invaluable and they're helping me flourish and blossom in my adult years, versus I don't think that would happen if I was rich. Which brings me to, when I have kids, what am I gonna do with them? I don't know. I got to be very intentional in making sure that they're appreciative of things in life, because I don't think all rich kids are not appreciative, or rich people. I'm not saying that. There's good and bad in both, but you just have to be more intentional. And I would not change it. Maybe middle class. I would definitely either want to be poor again or middle class, but definitely not rich, because I am pretty sure I would not learn the things that I need to learn. So it's not all bad. It shouldn't be something that I'm ashamed of or other people should be ashamed of. It's just the lot in life that I was given, and in some way I'm appreciative of it. In a lot of ways I'm appreciative of it. So do y'all agree with me? Are there other things that you would say that you learned growing up in a low socioeconomic status? Please let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all next week. Looking forward to figuring out if y'all got any other points. Talk to you later. Bye.